Hello and welcome. This is Theresa, and I'm trying out a little something new to just give somebody a quick, people who are new to my channel or maybe don't watch me a lot or don't listen to me, a way to kind of get a quick summary of who I am and what this channel is about. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm just trying to be quick and informative, and we'll see how that goes. Today I am going to work on Ephemera. What does that mean? That means that it is a collaboration hosted by Louisa Heinzel and Barbara with 49 Dragonflies, and they do it every year, and they have prompts. In the past, they've had journals, but this year it's Compartmental Ephemera. I don't have my cheat note up in front of me. So let me take a look at my prompt list. Get my tea out of the way. Oh goodness, where are we at? So we're in December, and Ephemera is compartmental, making components that can be small, versatile pieces that can later be turned into finished ephemera. This concept is being combined with prompts. On Monday on Monday we had the prompt page tab and moth-eaten lace, and I did do that one. Then we had floating pocket and bold numbers, and for that one I did a prototype. I'll call it a prototype. So I just did some notes, and a prototype of what I wanted to do. So that's where I'm at with that. And then Thursday was, let's see, postcard and hand or machine sewing. And Friday was journaling card and tiny letters. I have an idea of what I want to do for the postcard and hand or machine sewing. But let's go ahead and finish making the floating pocket and see how much time that takes and where it can lead us to after that. Obviously, I'm not following the schedule verbatim as it was published, which is just fine. Please remember that if you are a busy person and you love the idea of Ephemera, but you feel like you can't participate because you don't have the time, you maybe feel like you don't have the talent, whatever the procrastinating point is that you have, push it out of your mind and just craft and have fun. Because with junk journaling, there are no rules. So I'm going to lay this over to the side, and I am going to determine what piece of paper I want to do this with. This is a much larger scale than what I had planned. I like to start looking in my old book page scraps is what this pouch is. And at the same time, I need to take out my Ephemera component box. See if there might be anything in there. I'm looking for a rough piece of paper. Ooh, and I think I spotted it. I like it to be rough on the top for this type of thing that I'm going to do. because, just for lack of name, I'll call it a page hang. I like to fold across the top. This is a nice piece of wallpaper that Bonnie gifted me. Bonnie L. I believe you pronounce her last name Lipke. Maybe she'll show up in the live stream and I'll be able to verify that with her. So, typically we have, a lot of this stuff is from Bonnie. Typically have a page, and this is going to hang over a page. And now I have to, I wished it was longer, but it's not. So I need a pocket. You need a sturdy piece of paper to turn into a pocket. Just looking at what I'm going to get with this. I think I want to put it on this side. Goodness gracious, I'm being persnickety. I like the torn look though. Hi Susan, welcome. I hope you're having a good day. I had a busy work week, so I didn't do any crafting, at least the last 3 days. I don't remember for the whole week. It's a blur. I think I will attach that like that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. let's see, how far am I with Terry's Christmas collab? I have an accordion journal started and all the backgrounds on, because that is so time consuming. I wanted to do that work ahead of time. I have all the ephemera cut out, and I'm ready to put in pockets and decorate. Yeah, I am. I had to think about it for a minute. Just last week is kind of a blur. Okay, so I have a torn scrap of paper that I wanted to use, and I created a hinge, a flap to go over the journal page. Just checking my notes here. Make with a digital scrap that has been printed on both sides. Okay, yeah. So instead, I used a book page instead of a digital scrap. Do I want gussets? I don't have a big enough page to do gussets, so I'm not going to worry about that. Remember to do the thumb notch before gluing. I did that. Don't want to make the fold lower, so I made the fold as low as I possibly could, pretty much. Hang so high, or could I put a horizontal belly band on the page for this to hang from? That was my other idea, because this this really isn't as low as I'd like it to be. I'm going to use my daily planner. Well, actually, it's not too bad. Or I could do a belly band, a horizontal belly band, and hang it off of that. But that will be at the time of using it, so I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the gluing. I was just kind of hesitant to use up any of my space here. You know, I could actually make a gusset. That's what I'm going to do. Yes. So a lot of times when I do a gusset, I'll use the paper that I have and I'll fold it in and that sort of thing. But I can take extra paper like this and make a gusset. Hi, Theresa, welcome. I hate using this paper though, because it's kind of cool. I'll use this paper. I changed my mind. How are you doing today, Theresa? Are you crafting? Okay, now. Fold it right there. Oh, there's still glue there. Fold that in half. I'm making gussets for this pocket right now. And they're kind of big, so I'm going to trim them. It's a perfect size. Oh, crocheting. I just had a raspberry croissant for like a brunch. My husband was in town and went to Dunkin' Donuts and brought me home a raspberry, that's too long, croissant. Come on, you come up. There. Oh well, that'll work. Still a little long. I don't know why. Let me fix this camera. There. Now I won't go off camera so much. Oh, I should have, silly, I should have made the gusset higher. I'm like that much short on my gusset. Well, this is tedious. Did I throw a big piece? Yes, I did. Okay, so my gusset needs to be that much more tall. And I need on both sides. I'm just piecing this thing together. It's going to take forever. That'll work. Yep, that'll work. is. Flew over there. Getting glue all over the place. Paper and glue. Who would have thought I had so much fun to play with paper and glue? Okay. Use big number stamps on digital. Use number labels that I have in my Louisa Heinzel ephemera. This is really coming in handy, these notes that I did the other day when I was thinking through what I wanted to do for this prompt. Now, the problem with trying to follow a schedule is that you don't always allow your brain to think through what you want to do. So my encouragement to anybody who is new to the Ephemera Ember or any prompt challenge is to not feel pressured. Don't get stressed. Crafting is not about getting stressed. It's about having fun. So if you can't follow the schedule verbatim, don't worry about it. I can't say that enough, because I read posts and I hear people say in their videos and that sort of thing that they are feeling stressed. They're saying, I'm sorry, and things like that. Those are all negative connotations and have no place in crafting. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so now I need to pull out my Louisa Heinzel ephemera, because I have been buying digitals from Louisa Heinzel for at least a year, if not 2 years. And I have a Paper Cameo Louisa Heinzel. No, not those. These. Oh dear, where is it? These are words from one of her songs. Let's see if there's something in. This is from Tattered Bunny. Or, okay, this is what I was looking for, is this right here. You can go back to where you were at. Big numbers. I think. Okay, big numbers. Use big number stamps on digital. Hi, Bonnie, welcome. So I was going to use a digital, but I used a book page instead, and I wanted to use hello, where you at? Things are out of order. Stampin' Up! Is supposed to be on one side, and Stampers Anonymous is supposed to be on the other side. That doesn't go there. That goes back over there. I know I have big numbers. Where are they? There they are. Just kept missing them. And this is Scribble Birds, so you don't belong there. This is Dina Wakely, so I'll put that after my Tim Holtz, before my Stampin' Up. Okay, I have no idea what number I want to use. Okay, this is 25. It's so funny how I'm blank for a minute and then I ask the question and I don't know if I've got enough room for the big numbers actually. Let's see. I might have to forego this idea. Oh dear. I don't. Unless I turned it that way. What would that look like? Yeah, let's just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. It's not big enough. Need to go to a bigger acrylic block. Scrape up my hand getting that, so I have it tucked away. $25. As you can tell, I haven't used these very much yet. Only the 8. It's time to use these. So I won't, excuse me, smear like this to smear and stamp, but I will smear to get the ink distributed, especially on a new stamp like this. And then after I get it all on there, then I'll blot, pounce. I like it. When I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, it was really important to me to try and get the, excuse me, I have a tickle, get the ink off of my stamps, but not so much anymore. Okay, that's done. Now, did I do everything? So I've got the hanging pocket, floating pocket, and big numbers. So that one is done. I am just thinking though, grabbing a journal, that maybe I've got to get rid of this before I get ink on something. Maybe I want I was wondering if I wanted to put an eyelet with a little piece of ribbon here, and then it would kind of stick up on a journal. I think I want that. No, I better not. I'm afraid I'll ruin the, because it sits pretty good as a hinge right now. I gotta find an empty top. Got lots of stuff in my personal planner. So it could sit like that. And I guess I will just grab a little paper clip. That's what I'll do. Wonder if I could tie that. I think it's too small. But it would be nice if I could tie this here. See if it's too small. I usually don't do this live on a video because of my hands. That was something else. I did an intro today, you guys. I created an intro for my videos, just experimenting with a new way to kind of give people a quick look at who I am. And one of the things I was going to put in there and I forgot was that I have familiar tremors, and so you know, my videos are shaky, my hands are shaky while I'm creating, and I can't do stuff like this. It takes me an hour unless I'm smart and grab a piece. I had a piece of something on my desk earlier, but I think it's gone now. So Bonnie included this in the Ephemera Ember stuff that she sent me. Bonnie Lipke. And I'm going to tear a little piece of this off. Where'd my paper clip go? Paper clip. Where'd you go? Oh, phooey, there it is. So if something is long enough, I can tie it. Then that's for later. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and put this paper clip on here. Maybe, maybe not. There. And now it's ready to go onto a page. So I'll put that in with my pre-made ephemera. Who is it? Let's see. Barbara has a box that she's putting all her ephemera in. I have a box for my components. Oh, I wanted to use these too. I wanted to use both. So this is from a kit that Louisa has. Can't tell you what kit it is. And do I just want to like kind of scatter these around? I like that. Let's do that. Because I'm already, oh my lord, 37 minutes into the video just to make one piece of ephemera. I'm just plopping these down. All right, that's everything that I wanted to do. Thank you, Bonnie Lipke, for these components to use for my Ephemera Ember Fun. So I use this from Bonnie and this wallpaper from Bonnie, and that's some pretty kick butt wallpaper. I like that. Okay, now you can go over there. Now we're going to do, I have a 5-second memory. Where's December? I have all these bookmarks that aren't worth a hoot. Okay, there's December. We just finished the floating pocket. So we've done page tab and moth eaten. That's on another video. Just finished the floating pocket in bold numbers. And now I'm going to do the postcard in hand or machine sewing. And I have this that I think I got from Italy. And it's like postcards. So I know I started carrying some out somewhere. Oh, here we go. So it has that on the back, something in Italian, and it has a picture on the front, like a postcard. And let's get this pencil out of my way because it's distracting me. It's the little things that distract me. Are you crafting today, Bonnie? I know two Bonnies online. One is Bonnie L, which a lot of people call Bon Bon, but then there is Bonnie, I know your last name, Bonnie, who is Bonnie's Corner. Bonnie L and Bonnie H. I think it's Bonnie H. Anyways, she's known as Bon Bon too. So I tried to say like Bonnie H or Bonnie L so that they know which Bonnie I'm talking about. For this one, I was thinking about getting into my acrylic stamps and taking this one out. I know it's smaller than this postcard, which I'm going to be okay with. So I'm going to take, if I can keep from bumping my tea, I'm going to take a piece of paper like this. Bonnie M, dang. And I'm going to move this out of my way somewhere. Trying not to have a craft out for lunch. Craft a lunch. Oh, and this is how I measure. So I think you said you have today off, Bonnie, but you're working tomorrow. And then I'll put that on the back of there, and I'll stamp this. It'll be small, but that's okay. See if this lock is big enough. Whoops. Trying to get it to quit being crooked. Okay, it's going to be a little crooked. Chicken's finally quieted down. Too bad I can't remove background noise during live stream. They were certainly noisy today. Could be better, could be worse. This one doesn't have a line, so I'm going to put my own line in. Come on, hold still. then yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, now we're going to take my postcard back. That's up. And I want to trim a little bit of that top off. Well, not that way, you're not gonna. This needs see the difference when you have a sharp blade? So there's your tip for today. If you're having troubles with your craft knife, get a sharp tip. Makes a world of difference. Whoa. That's okay. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to trim this off a little bit. Okay, line this up one more time. And I'm going to do a pocket. Oh, I need sewing. I've seen that before, Bonnie. It intrigues me. I will say that. In fact, I just saw an advertisement for one on Amazon, I think it was, the other day. It intrigues me. Okay, did I get all the glue off of there? So, now wait a minute. Think about this, Theresa. This has to be open. And I could sew here, here, and here. But then I want sewing on here as well. But maybe I don't want the sewing to show on this side at all. That's what I want. I'm going to sew this side. Okay, I gotta move my key out of the way. I had to find a safe place for it. Move this stuff out of the way. That's why everything is on wheels, so that I could move things to where they fit in this small crafting space. Okay, I'm going to do my sewing and I'll be right back. My machine didn't really like sewing on this paper. Now that's up, and that's up. Very wonky stitching. Now what I'm thinking is maybe cover that back stitching up, because I'm not crazy about it. None of these strips are thin. Ooh, is that one? Maybe. Now, do I want this to go like this? But then it doesn't look as cool on this side. Or does it? I'm going to do it on this side. So I need this much lace. Too long. Long scissors. Yeah, this isn't something I'd normally do on camera. This is something I do ahead of time. So I'm trying to think. I'm going to use my little bottle of art glitter glue. Okay, it's flowing. I'm going to get underneath there and get this started. Come on, you. I gotta make sure that's not getting glued down. So postcard with hand or machine stitching. So I used one of my pieces from, where did I put the book? Probably put it away already. I did. So I used one of my pieces from this little booklet that looks like postcards to me. And I used my stamp set to make a postcard image on the journaling spot side of it. Made it an envelope, a pocket. And embellished it with lace. Now this went from raw components, the postcard image, the lace, and the Amazon paper that I stamped on, put together to make one component. And this one component can be either a finished component or it could be in like a secondary stage. And when I've got a journal that I want to put it in, I might want to like put a little label there. This definitely wouldn't look good, but like a little label there, a little cluster there. What about a cluster? So this is another component that it's not at a raw stage. It's more like a secondary stage or a completed stage is the way I like to think of them. And so I can take this secondary stage and this secondary stage and marry them together to have a completed component. Because if I did that, I know I wouldn't want to do anything more to this. And you got to put things down and audition them, because by itself I think, oh no, but then when I put it together, there's something about those colors that marry together. Not enough for me to say, yes, I want that. This is too bright for this. Definitely not. Oh, that's 2. Well, this is another component that I want to use for Ephemera because this was made from a piece. Hi, Zippy. Okay, listen away. Let me know if there's anything good at Walmart. But this is a finished component, but it can also be used as a secondary component. And it's got an element that was sent to me from Bonnie Lipke. And I want to be sure that I use it. So I better keep it over here in that box. Now, this is really appealing to me right here for this. And I even could just do that like on the sides, and it could be like a tuck spot. Okay, again, I'm not going to think about it too long. I'm just going to do it. Just do it. I'm going to hold that down for a few minutes to give it a chance to set. Because that glossy surface. Oops, got some glue. Have some seepage. Okay, I'm going to call that complete. Lay that off to the side. Tidy up real quick. And check that off. Journaling card in tiny letters. You call that just juju it, huh? That's what Zippy says. So I said just do it, and Zippy says she calls that just juju it. What in the world am I doing? It's a little stamp that was getting away from me. Okay, put this back in here. Now, a lot of the crowd, if not everybody, in the live stream chat right now are regulars from Juju's live streams. And that is April with Mama Juju Back 40. If anybody can type in the chat better what that is, I'd appreciate it. I have a memory like a sieve. Everything just leaks through. Now, what are we going to do for a journal card? This is a nice base. That'll work. And speak of it, there she is, crafting on the back 40, April. So I was just letting folks know about your live stream, which everybody in the chat already knows, but who knows who might come visit. Yep, her nose tickled, or what is that? Your nose itches when somebody's talking about you? I've heard so many sayings in the past, I've forgotten at least half of them. Okay, this is going to be the back side, I think, of the journal card. No. I'm going to put this on and make this the front side. Yes. Your ears ring, your nose twitches as you're coming into money. Oh, I wish my nose would twitch. But I have nothing to complain about. I'm pretty sure I brought on a new client. He's just waiting for his new client to sign the contract, and then he'll sign the contract with me, because he's taking on a new owner with 333 new units. So he's hiring me so that he can be able to handle the accounting for property management for 333 new units. He's used me for consultation in the past. Now he's going to engage me for full service bookkeeping for those units. Not the whole database. He's not ready to spend that much money yet. But I think I've got him convinced to spend a pretty penny on me. We haggled over pricing, but I'm happy. My husband was listening to the meeting in the next room, and he says he can't believe how I talk to people. And it's not rude or really or anything. It's just like, quips like you would in the chat with people. And like he'd say something, and his what is she called? She's his manager of the company. And he'd say something, and I'd say, yeah, we got to realize he's just a man or something. And, so just little quips. Or I'll say to him, yep, I'll do it this way and this way, but I'm not going to do it that way. And that's not a good way to do it, and stuff like that. And I tell him, my husband, I say, well, I don't want him if I have to pussyfoot around him. I don't want him as a client. Okay, so journal card. We got a back writing space and a front decorating space, and we need tiny letters. So I wanted to jump back into my component box here. Most of the stuff on the top is the stuff that Bonnie sent me. But there is a letter in here. Where'd it go? Here it is. Here it is. She sent me Scrabble letters. So I'm going to use one of them. Actually, I think I want to use all those elements. And my husband bought me a robe. Exactly. That's exactly how I am, Bunny. Life is too short. And you have to go to work angry every day. It's just not worth it. So I was thinking about using some of this black tissue, because Harley always has nice sturdy bags like this. I'm going to use the bag as a tall journal cover, and they always have black tissue for things that you purchase from them. So I was thinking I would want to use some of this black tissue. What about, oh yeah, Bonnie L sent. And I'm going to tear this. And then just lay this down. And I want it all crinkly. I didn't really need to tear that because I'm going to use one of my water brushes. Ooh, Bonnie just sauteed onions, mushrooms, and a little garlic and put eggs and cheese and made a scramble. And she's going to have some salsa. That sounds like good eating. Is there any water in here? Yeah, there is. So I like to use my water brushes to get rid of excess tissue. Get off my finger. I popped into April's live stream last night for a little bit, but at the same time I was watching, I don't know if you'd call it a movie or a show or what, with my husband, and it was called Titans something. It was about Hollywood, and Hollywood filmmakers for the most part, and studios. Okay, so now I think I want to rough this up a little bit. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I don't think I've ever done this before. But so far I'm liking it. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. That was a new experience for me. And I like it. Now this is another thing that I was thinking of the other day. This thing doesn't always work as well as I'd like to, and all of a sudden it occurred to me yesterday. I was just thinking about 50 million things like I always do, that I need to replace this. Like I need to remember to replace my craft knife blade. And let's just do that while I'm thinking of it. One moment, please. Maybe. Maybe not. My replacement daubers are in there, but that's not where my replacement sandpaper is. So I'm wondering if it's over here. Did I put them in here? Nope. All right. Well, we'll have to table that because I can't remember where I put them right now. That's the original one. I've never replaced one. Okay. So I know I want this tiny letter. Like Louisa said in her video, size is determined by a size that it's compared to. While, these letters right here are smaller than this letter, this letter is smaller than these numbers. So size is determined, it's dependent on, what's a word for dependent on? Well, dependent on. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. I'm not going to fuss about it. I'm just going to do it. Maybe I want a little bit of cheesecloth underneath there. Oh, nice. It's finally quiet outside. Silly chickens. Usually put something so chunky on my ephemera, but I'm going to this time. I'll put my strong art glitter glue. And I was thinking about just kind of decorating this up. The problem with doing something like this, though, is this is supposed to be a journal card. And trying to turn that over and write on it is problematic. So, got to think about this for a minute. Oh, I just had an idea. Hang 10. We'll leave that there. And then I'm looking for a certain punch. It's not in its place. Oh, it's over here. Okay, I found it. I have to experiment because I don't use this punch. So the corner would go in like that. Oh, I spoke too soon. There they go. Yes, like that. Okay. So then if I go like this, yes, okay. So I'm going to put that in like that. Oh, goodness. And then I'm going to put this in like that. Okay, now I'm going to get a piece of writing paper. Just some of my coffee dyed copy paper. And tear that down to where it will fit. Right about there, I think. Gotta be careful, I don't want to go too small. And then that goes there. I need a little bit more off. Good grief, you guys. Sounds like a riot out there. There we go. That fits. Now, we don't have to worry about being able to write on the back. Now, there's still the ability to write on the back, but it's going to be difficult because I'm going to put some more pieces down. And then, boom, quiet, complete quiet. What is that about? I like that. That's cute. Okay, let's do that. I want to use this glue though. Reminds me of trying to put contacts in. Could you imagine me trying to put contacts in with my hands? I've done it. It's not fun. And I haven't done it recently. It's been like a couple of years since I've messed with contacts. I couldn't do it now. No way, no how. So does that mean organizing lace and ribbon, April, is halfway done? I can't wait to see what you've done. You know, I'm going to bet money on you, April, that you are going to stick with your new organizational system. I mean, not 100%. No way. We all get, we all have our messy days. I mean, that's what crafting is about. But it's about having a place for everything and putting everything in its place eventually. So, and I watch you after you're done with one of your live streams, and you have that desk cleaned up so quick. And you do that every night you've been like doing your live streams for a year now, have you? Every night? Well, not every night. I know it's not every night, but pretty darn near. Yeah, categorization. That is so important. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm just wondering if I want that writing spot to be smaller. I do want to ink that writing spot. I'm tickled that I thought to use that punch that I haven't used. I bought it for a purpose and then I never used it. Okay, there's that. Now I was thinking about putting something like that would go like about here, and it would just be like another layer. So this fiddly stuff isn't good for me, but it is what it is. I'm not going to not do fiddly stuff because it's a challenge. Where's the fun in that? I don't want to mess up my tears. I need something smaller. Yeah, let's do that there. The sander, I'm not sure what you're questioning me about. Up, I hear a motorcycle. Yeah, I think I like that. Oh no, this punch. that made these corner punches for this paper to sit in. I don't think I've ever used it before. I mean, I punched it to see if I could use it, but I never used it for a practical purpose. So it's exciting using my stuff. Okay, so now we've got, oh wait, yeah, tiny letters. So I thought I might put some more tiny letters on here. Just take some of these and just cut them up. Oh, you got your Cricut today? Oh, you get your Cricut next Thursday. So what stuff did you get that you don't know how you're going to use it? Did you buy some crafting supplies? Oh, stencils, paste, ink pads, minis, and these. Oh, is it Stampin' Up stuff? I put mine on Marketplace and sold it. Okay, so you got a Stampin' Up order of stencils and I forget what Stampin' Up calls its paste. I'm happiest with you. That's what this is going to say with tiny letters. And I don't know, you know, that I got the value for the Cricut that I sold, but the thing is some money is better than no money, and I don't have the space for things to be sitting unused, and I knew I was never going to use it again. I love my Ultra Joy. It is perfect for me. Oh, okay. Cool. I wish I would have trimmed down the word I'm, but I didn't. So, I'm happiest with you. Tiny letters. The Scrabble is tiny in comparison to the whole journal card. And we've got some small letters there. So this is what I have for my prompt. Journaling card in tiny letters. Well, let me know if you need help, Bonnie. We can do a Zoom. And I'm pretty confident that I can help you figure it out. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that I can. So this is cute. I like it. I'm going to glue that down because I want to make sure that stays. Oh my gosh, talk about difficult. Then I'm going to glue this one down. Make sure it stays. So then a person, yeah, but sometimes it's nice to have feedback, instant feedback. I love it when you say that you know how to turn it on. So you can pull this out, write on it, and then stick it back in here on the journal card. Rough, rough. Noisy, noisy. Okay, that is my journal card with tiny letters. I like it. So let's see what I did today. After 1 hour and 43 minutes. No, send it to me before you throw it across the room. Okay, so journal card with tiny letters. Postcard with machine stitching. That is a pocket. And a floating pocket. So it has a hinge to sit on top of the page to be a floating pocket. And a little piece of lace just popped out and said, "Hello, I'm on your desk. Use me." Where do I want to use it? Good grief, where are my tweezers? I'm going to use it there. By golly. Do you own the Cricut software, Bonnie? The Cricut application? There, I used it. Let's turn this one into Christmas. That's too big. Not like that. That's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's what I meant. I guess I just never know what to call it. I'm going to open mine up. Cricut Design Space. Yes, that's what I use. So you got a free year of it. Very good. I think you will decide that you like it. And maybe you'll be smarter than me and you'll know how to remove the backgrounds from JPEGs and be able to do it without the software. But I have to have the software, and I don't know, am I supposed to call it an application? I'm showing my age. To be able to take my digital files that I buy, you know, like, I'm looking around. What do we got that's cut out? Okay, like all my moths from Louisa Heinzel that I cut out, I did this with my Cricut because I took her digital and I imported that digital into Cricut Design Space, and it cut all of these out for me. It fussed because I did it on such thin paper. Look at this. It really fussed on that one. But I think that's really cool. And I'm just going to layer that onto another one, and it's going to be really, really distressed. I like it. So maybe I can help you with practical application of things that you would normally do for what you enjoy doing, which is junk journaling, amongst other things maybe. Okay, this is what I've got for today, and that catches me up. Did I check I think I checked the other one off, didn't I? Yep. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did. Perfect. So now I have to pull my birthday cards out. Oh, I wanted to show you real quick what I did. So I showed this cover once before. I took my napkin and I stamped on it, and then I decoupaged it onto my cluster holder. And I had this little gingerbread man guy here, so I just did a little cluster on top of it using something that was laying on my desk. So now I have it on my schedule to do my Christmas cards. So I have my box of Christmas cards. Whoops. Right here. And I took a bunch of envelopes and I took one of the two. Hi, Bonnie Lipke. Welcome. And I took one of the two Stampin' Up! Christmas stamps that I had, and I prepared some envelopes to mail out my Christmas cards. And so now I have to write something in my cards to people and put them in the envelopes and address them and get those out in the mail today. Oh, look at you. Your Christmas cards are in the mail already today. So, before I go, I'm going to, because I don't know how long you were in the chat, Bonnie Lipke, Bonnie L. So I used your wallpaper today. And what else? Oh, and I used the Scrabble letter that you sent me and these things, these embellishments. I used those. Oh, and I used that little piece that you sent me. Where is it? This, and I had to reach down on the floor to get it. I tore a piece of it and used it to tie something, a little embellishment on my paper clip, because this hangs over the top edge of a paper. So far, that's what I've done. Is that poor English? I think that's poor English. I just had it a minute ago. Where'd it go? I've also taken your Q-tip that you sent me and made this for a little decorative element. So I did that, and I'm not sure. I got the Q-tip from you. Did I get that gold ribbon from you too? I don't recognize that. I might have gotten that in the cell from Sandra. I think that's all I've done so far. I think so. I might have used something on the moss one, but I don't remember. Okay, well, I've been here for an hour and 54 minutes and counting, so I'm gonna sign off, say goodbye, tell you thank you for joining the live stream and chatting with me, and welcoming anybody who's watching the replay to join me in one of my future live streams. And I'll